You guys said that you wanted an NMIXX Dash music video, crochet video, and ask and you shall receive. But I was pretty stressed out. Hello? Because you know, I made the resolution I'm not gonna buy any more yarn, okay? But then I watched the music video and guess what it is? It's all freaking black and white. And I have this project that I need to frog because it was the first time doing inset arms and I didn't do them properly, so yay. And also, I just don't know, I'm excited for this because hats. I love making hats, we know this. For the fuzzy hat at the end with the like super long straps, I have this yarn that's left over from Joshua's cardigan, which I also have here because I can also frog this because it did not turn out well because I cannot knit yet. Oh, the fuzzies are everywhere already. And I was thinking for that hat I would mix these two because I've seen pictures of people mixing the yarn and they just look so nice. So I'll make this like a lighter, fluffier, more heavenly, because I'm pretty sure they're wearing all different colors in that hat, so I don't really remember. Hopefully this will make, this yarn look like lighter. I don't really like this yarn, so I'm okay using it for something that may not turn out. I think I'm gonna start with Lilly's cat hat that has the straps because it seems easiest. Okay, I am so freaking happy for so many freaking reasons. First of all, this is our front. I know it looks a little small now, but I started in black because we're gonna be doing the last row, the white row last. The last row last. The first row last, I guess. But what I'm super happy about is one of my resolutions was to weave in all my ends, but I want to make it super easy to weave in my ends, and I should have woven my ends obviously sooner because when I'm weaving in the ends I'm realizing, oh, I could have done this, I could have done that to like lessen the amount of ends. So I'm definitely trying to lessen the amount of ends. First of all, if I ever do stripes like this, I'm just gonna carry my yarn. I was weaving in ends of something and I was like, why the frick didn't I do this? Like there's so many striped things and I just cut and started over every single freaking time. It's so frustrating when I didn't have to do that. So now I'm doing that, as well as I was looking up like how to weave in ends just to make sure that I'm doing it right, because I obviously am selling my stuff now. I do not want anything falling apart on anyone, imagine, or ends poking out, which is kind of harder to do. But anyway, what I'm getting at is I watched this video and I'm gonna link it below because you're gonna be, wow, you can literally do a fisherman's knot, which I didn't know how to do, and now, wow, I actually feel accomplished that I know how to make a knot. Like, I don't know knots. I'm like freaking what, one of that boy girl scout out here, wow. But those are the knots I'm assuming that you come across in your skeins of yarn where you're like, oh, no, I have to fizzle. But if you do that at the end of your row where you have to change colors, you just freaking do it and then it hides in the last stitch and it's on the very edge so you won't notice it, and it's beautiful. Plus, both of these things, carrying your yarn and doing the fisherman's knot, technically saves yarn. Why? Because you use so much more. Like, say if I'm cutting off to leave a tail so I can weave in, I'm probably gonna cut off like, you know, like this amount so I can go back and forth 3 times. But with this knot, you literally maybe waste like this much yarn. It's a whole new world, honestly. I am so excited to finish this hat and only have like 2 ends to weave in. I forgot to do it, or actually I was kind of dreading learning how to do it. It was a bit of a learning curve, but it's gonna save me so much time in the long run. I'm so super excited. So right now I have 2 ends to weave in here, and then I'll have probably 2 at the end to weave in. Beauty, beauty. All right, so this is the hat so far, folded in half like this. See, that's kits. I did end up with a bit more ends than I was hoping, but I'll just use these to sew this part together. So I finished the main part of it. Maybe a bit big for me. Yeah, I lost my hook. Just a second. Hello. Oh, found it. Hopefully. And here we are. It is very, shall I say, dashing. Oh, it's so good. It looks like exactly like, well, I guess it's a pretty easy hat, but wow. I would have done fuzz on hers because hers is fuzzy too, but I don't have any black fuzzy stuff. And for any here, maybe, I don't know, I can't really see the side of her hat unless there were shots of the side of her hat and I was just too lazy to go back to the music video because I had taken these pictures like the time that you guys told me to watch the thing, so it's been a while. But yeah, in total I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 possibly 7 ends to weave in, which is quite a bit for a hat, but it's all right. And am I going to weave them in right now? Yes, yes I am. Surprised you, didn't I? For the next hat, the one with the super long thingamajiggers, I tried this. It doesn't look as good as I thought. The ones that I seen online, it didn't show, like, there's such a line in this, you know? So it just comes through a lot instead of just making it fuzzy and whiter. But I'm gonna do it anyway. I just need to be careful because I lose bits of the white as I go with. This is gonna be hard to unravel again, but I didn't want to waste the increasing. Okay, so here is the hat, part of the hat. And now I am going to start doing the long piece, but I don't think I'm making this floor length. That's a bit I'm covered in this stuff. I hate mohair. I don't know why everyone loves it so much. It's so freaking annoying. I'm going to get rid of this, and then I'm going to... I don't even freaking know, dude. I thought this was gonna be super easy, and now I'm confusedly long. So yesterday's me did it to this length, and I was like, that's good, you know, because the freaking length that it actually is absolutely ridiculous. But then today's me, I'm like, I may as well go all out if I'm gonna do it all. Also, I realized yesterday that I did this. This is the seam, or not the seam, but like the joining of the circle, and it looks kind of ugly. It's not that noticeable, but I accidentally put it at the front. I meant to put it at the back, but I guess there was no way to put it at the back the way I did this, but whatever, I think it still looks good. Now I'm going to elongate these to be legit. Okay, are you ready for this? I don't know why, but this is giving me Teletubby vibes. It doesn't even make sense. How do I show you? Wait. Ah, I'm gonna fall. It's not floor length, it is knee length. Oh, it's past my knees. It's so much fun, but it is a mess. So cool for dancing. I should know because I dance all the time. Okay, I love it. I'm so glad I went back and made them longer because this is way more fun. Oh, it's sticking to my lips though. I think I have all of 4 ends to weave in, and I'm going to do that now. I hope this is giving you inspiration to also weave in your ends as soon as you're done something. Maybe this is the wrong side. I did have it on the wrong way. Hello. Does it look better this way? I don't think it makes much of a difference, but it is slightly better. This stuff, I hate it! Anyway, I do really want to make the like chunky cardigans that they're wearing and like sweaters and stuff, but I don't have money for the yarn, so on to the next. And so what I'm pumped about is I've seen the sweater. Okay, the sweater, the like half cropped sweater bolero thing, that's what I really wanted to make. That's what my eye was drawn to because it's cool, right? But then I was like, it's not gonna be cool if I crochet it. I don't like when I crochet things that are supposed to be knit because then they look chunky. It does not look anywhere near the same. But now I remembered I own these. So in my goals video, I said that I wanted to like learn new things, right? And people were talking about Tunisian crochet, and I've seen those videos before, and it looks so freaking cool and satisfying, like going through all the loops at once. So I'm gonna try it. I completely forgot I had this. My mom gave it to me because she's like, I bought this to learn crochet, but then I didn't learn crochet, and I was so freaking confused. There's literally 2 crochet hooks on a circular. I'm still kind of confused because I don't know how the circular one works, and I don't know why there's 2. Like, am I knitting with them? I don't know. But I looked up a knit stitch tutorial, so I'm going to learn how to do this now. I didn't even bother learning like the first or like the basics of Tunisian. Like, I don't know what they look like, or if it's just, you know, single, double, whatever, like normal, but you're going through the, I have no idea. But I learned how to do this and I'm super pumped about it. And I'm still taking apart this sweater, which is really annoying. It does definitely take extra time, but it's worth it because it's basically free yarn is what I'm telling myself. Alrighty, so I'm just going to, this cord thing is psyching me out. I'm like, this is knitting, but I'm gonna chain it. Oh, it's gonna be so awkward with the cord. I can't move my wrist. Should I cut the cord off? No, because I need to cut the cord off here. I don't know what the point of the cord is. Stop! Oh, I don't like this. Aw, am I not gonna do this? If I only had, or wait, I don't need the cord. Or no, I do maybe need the cord. I'm doing this too tight because I cannot move my wrist, and I'm just gonna chain enough to, I don't know, go across my chest, I guess. This is so annoying. This is a 6mm hook because that's ahhhh. Okay, this is gonna hurt my wrist, if anything. I was originally just going to do double crochet, which I mean would have been great because I could have just reused one of the sleeves that I already have because it's black and white stripes already, but it's not the same. These have too many double crochets. I would have wanted just two. Anyway, if this is too annoying and it doesn't work, I'll just do what I originally was planning on doing. This is taking so long just to chain. I'll see how many stitches, is it a fly? This can hold, and then maybe I'll just like cut this, which I feel bad doing, but like when am I gonna use this otherwise? Okay, I chained enough to hopefully loosely fit around here, and now all I have to do is bring up loops from the back ridges here. It's great that I decided to first learn this with black yarn. Everyone goes on about black yarn. I think it's okay, but yeah, when you're learning something new, I don't know. And the foundation chain, when you have to go into the back ridges and just pull up loops as you go. It's so beautiful. Anyway, I highly recommend the tutorial that I watched because it was so freaking easy to follow. You'll see, if I pick up this, no problem, like it's because that lady is amazing. I have watched her videos before and I also found her amazing then, crocheting my hair into this. Okay, wow, that took so freaking long. It was like starting crochet all over again. But now comes the satisfying part that's going to make up for all that, right? So what do? Wrap around, pull through two. It's hard, what? How do I maneuver it with this mini? So it's pull through two, wrap around, pull through two. Ha ha ha! This is satisfying. Wow. Whoa. I cut it off if you didn't notice. It was a lot. I feel bad, but it had to be done. I feel like this is going to be knitting, but with like none of the benefits, you know, like it's still probably gonna be a heavyweight fabric, like pretty thick, which means it's probably still gonna take, am I doing this right? I think I've been accidentally going through three. Hoping for the best. I think it's still gonna use the same amount of yarn as crocheting would, possibly more, because it's gonna be a very woven fabric compared to what it would have been maybe if I double crocheted it. I don't know. We will see. And then plus, I don't think this is gonna be any faster. Like obviously if I was good at this, it would be faster, but that's why I didn't want to do knitting though. I'm so slow. I guess I probably won't have holes in this, right? I don't really know how to decrease or increase. I just assume that's the same as any other crochet, so I'm just gonna wing that. Next row is gonna be the hard part because I have to go in specific places, like in between the little V thing, which I mean, sort of easy enough, but I feel like I won't be able to watch anything while I do this because I'm gonna have to really pay attention. Oh, but it's going easy enough, like, but I think I'm doing it too tight. I don't freaking know. It's already, oh, you know what? This fabric is like knit fabric. Like it's not as thick as crochet would be. Ooh, I'm excited now. So here's what I've got so far. It does look like a knit stitch. Ignore the last row because the row doesn't look like a knit stitch until the next row, if you know what I mean. You can't really see the black, so take my word for it. It looks like a knit stitch. The only thing is, this is the back. The back is very thick because it's like imagine if there's just stacked chains in the back, which isn't very nice because, well, one, it's kind of weird. It's very thick, which means it's using more yarn, and I'm gonna use that as an excuse to just crochet it normally because the whole reason I wasn't knitting it was because knitting takes forever. Plus, the one thing this is better than knitting for is I'm not making like holes and tension mistakes, but I think that's just because I'm used to crocheting. But anyway, I'm gonna start over and crochet this because I could have at least finished the front panel by now if I was just doing the double crochet that I intended on doing. So let's do that. And we're back to where we were, but with the double crochet. And this is how far, like this is how much yarn it took to make the last one. So it's basically the same, I guess. But this took minutes, whereas the last one probably took like half an hour at least. So there's that. I did the first row in black because it was black at the bottom of her shirt. And then every stripe is going to be 2 rows of double crochet, and obviously it's going to be changing in the middle here. So I finished all the pieces for the sweater. Actually, freak, I completely forgot that I messed up a piece and I have to redo that. I'm almost finished all the pieces for the sweater, but I'm not putting it together tonight because it's late and I can't be bothered. So I'm starting the next hat Yes, another hat. And now I just got rid of my chain that I just made. Where did it go? Everything is black and white and I can't tell what anything is. Hello? Okay, just a second. All right, here we go. So I made a chain for this hat that will fit around my head because I'm doing it in the round because this hat kind of confuses me because I'm like, is it just a regular cat hat that they just kind of like ploofed down in the middle so that it sits down and like up like little horns? Or is it made that way? So I'm just gonna make it that way because, you know, it looks that way in the music video, so you may as well make it the way. I don't know. It's also knit though. I'm not going to knit it. So I made a chain that will fit around my head. I'm gonna make sure that it's not tangled, and then I'm going to just slip stitch this together. I'm gonna be doing single crochets, I think. And the black rows are gonna be 1 single crochet row. And then I think I'll do 3 white, but I'm not sure yet. We will see what looks best. So I just did like half of the hat at this point, and then I realized that this is going to be flipped up. And then I realized that I did not carry my yarn very nicely, or, you know, at all. So I've been contemplating starting over. Because what else do I do? Because if I snip that and try to weave it in, I mean, it's cutting it pretty close. And then the hat will probably undo itself. Or I guess I don't have to undo it all if I go back to like this row here, and then I'll just... My brain's not working, I'm so tired. Not used to working anymore. I think I'll go back to like here and then count that as like this will be the side that's flipped. So it'll be flipped like this way, right? Because if I do this, then I do that. Ta-da. Or maybe I'll just leave it like that and then, because this is covered anyway. And then this is kind of cool. Whatever, I don't know. I'm gonna take a shower because I can't, my brain's not working. Alrighty, this is where we're at. It's almost there. I can't tell if this is all it is or if there is more added, but I'm gonna add more just in case because it does look pretty tall. I don't freaking know. But this is why you do not freaking rip something out before, you know, assessing every possible solution to the issue. So I am just going to, like, this is inside out now. I'm going to make it inside out, and then this will be the flip side. So the flip side will look nice. And then I did the rest of this as nice as possible. So there we are. I'm gonna turn it inside out again because I'm going to now. There's gonna be a lot more ends to weave in than there should only be 4 the way that I did it. But since I'm using the rest of my sweater, I keep having to change yarn when I run out of yarn. So I have a bajillion ends to weave in. It's beautiful, we love it. Anyway, I'm just going to slip stitch across a few stitches in the middle and then make like extra couple rows here for the horns. And I did do 3 rows of white and 1 row of black over and over. That's, I don't know if I said that. And 5.5mm hook. I don't know why. How? This is so difficult for me to figure out, but it's not really working. Let me see this. I think this is gonna be too much. Look how big this is. And it just goes straight up. It's not supposed to go straight up. So is it just this? Is that all it is? Because this is me not doing anything. Like this would be if I just like sewed it all together. I didn't sew it, so I could do the same on the other side, but that looks stupid. That's not it. Unless I go, oh, that's just not it. I'm so confused. Like, what do I do? Or should I like go around it a few more times and then just make it so that you just foof it in the center? I don't know. I really don't know. I think what I'm gonna try next is just stitching it together until pretty close to here and then just doing like a couple rows at the top. Okay, I think I've got it, but it's a bit too skinny, so I'm gonna redo it again and just, you know, each of these stitches are gonna start a stitch later, which means each of these horns will have 2 extra stitches. Okay, this is my last try and this is what I'm going for, or going with. It will probably look better on the other side, hopefully, so we'll see. So as I said, I slip stitched across the center. I left, I think there's like 15 in each hole, and then the first round is, you know, the 3rd white, so we go around in white, no decrease, and then the next row is black. I did single crochet, decrease around, and if there's not enough, I just did 1 less decrease. And then the next round, I just single crocheted around in white again. And this is honestly, it's a bit high, but it's just because I needed to do another couple rows of white for it to look good at the end. So I did 1 row of white, just single crochet around, and then the next one, like, single crochet decrease around, and then maybe a couple extra decreases just to make it pointy. Yeah. Here is the hat in all its glory. Yes. I think that's good-ish. I don't know. Yes, I wove in all the ends. And I also finished, I just had to fix this. I accidentally fastened off 4 rows before the end of it, so I just did the rest of that. And now I'm going to stick it all together. Or wait, I'll show you what I did first, because I don't think I told you at all what I did. So this is the back. It is half and half, obviously. Each stripe is 2 rows, though I did, as I said, the first row just 1 in black, which means that is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 rows. Just in a square, and then the front is the exact same, except I stopped 4 rows before the end of it and started just working on one side at a time. Each part of the neck here, I know it's too V-shaped, but I cannot. The stitches are too big to do anything else really. So I just did 3 double crochet together. So decrease on either end. But yeah, 3 double crocheting 3 together instead of just 2 together. And that is every single row up to the top. For the sleeves, I started with 39 stitches, and then I kind of just did a really weird thing. I would do 3 rows, no decrease, and then the next row I would decrease on this side, and then the next row I would decrease on this side, and then I would do another 3, no decrease, and then I would decrease in the middle of the next row. And then I continued that pattern for the entirety of the sleeve until I got to the kind of width that I wanted. And then for the last 6 rows I just did no decrease because it's what I wanted. Same for this one, only this is in stripes, 2 rows per stripe. So I only did 1 for the first weight. Hopefully they're the right length, but I kept the yarn still on the bottom of them in case I need to add to them. Right now I am going to, oh, and for this you gotta make sure that you do it so that, you know, the stripes are on the one side and the black is all on the one side. Now I'm going to, with the, I can't speak today. With the right sides facing each other, I'm going to now sew. I left long enough ends here to sew across the shoulders of each side. I'm hoping for this to be big enough, but I don't know. It looks tiny. It looks a bit short too. Will it be okay? I don't even know. Because do I even have enough space for my armhole? I think it'll just be, yeah. I don't know. We'll see what it looks like with the sleeves on. I'm just gonna do the sleeve, I guess, from here to here on either side. And it's opposite, right? So this will be the striped and this will be the black. Final reveal. I like it. Look, I actually changed to make it look good because I had it on earlier over this and it was just too, it did not look good at all. So it looks pretty cool. The only thing is it's kind of a different shape because of the V-neck, and since this V-neck, all the decreases kind of pulled this a bit tight. It like kind of pops up or the back pops out, or I don't know, but it's cool. It has its own vibe. So freaking cool. Oh, my pants match. I'm also going to redo, I think, this part of this hat. Oh, I'm just gonna put the hat on too, because it's so cool. I'm gonna redo the hat too because, or not the whole hat. I'm gonna redo this last row because I don't like how I did the smaller stitch here because then it looks stupid. I'm just gonna maybe try the decrease but with double crochet instead. And then also, I basically made all these things, well, I mean all the black and white things from that one sweater. The only thing I used a new ball of yarn for was this entire sleeve, but I do have a little bit of black left here as well as quite a bit of white, which is good because I'm just about to start doing the ATEEZ video and I was going to need a lot of white, and I hope I do not run out for that, but I'm so super pumped about this. Dash, I wanna dash. That song's been stuck in my head all week, so I'm happy.